Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Emma, also known as Spooky Astronauts here on YouTube, and I talk about horror, thriller, disturbing film all the time. Make sure you're subscribed. I also do these videos all the time, letting you know about new films that are coming to streaming platforms that you might want to check out this month. For your ease, I leave all of the information down in the description below, but I'll run through the films without spoilers so you can decide what is really worth your time. I want to say this month is wild. There are a lot of things that are dropping to digital that I am so surprised aren't getting a theatrical release. This month is my favorite so far. I know it's only March, but it is my favorite so far, and I cannot wait to cover some of these films. Let's jump in. We're going to start at the start of the month and move all the way through. Found footage, or really in-screen film fans, listen up. If you liked Searching or Missing, get ready for Bloat. This one hits VOD on the 7th, but it also has a limited cinema release, so check out your local listings. The film stars Ben McKenzie and Bojana Novakovic. The film is set within a computer where we follow a mother and two sons who are vacationing in Japan when a horrendous incident starts to affect one of her boys. It seems like it's documented while the mother is checking in on the father who can't travel with them. So we get these constant voice calls and updates between them as he looks into the truth, a little bit of horror investigation, which I love, to find out what may be happening. It's a very interesting setup that I didn't expect to be the third out of the missing and searching concept. And from the poster, I had no idea it would be about a vacation in Japan and an investigation into the possible supernatural. The lore looks deep. I love in-screen film, so I can't wait for this one. Sci-fi thriller The Silent Planet is released on the 7th, and it tells the story of an aging convict who is serving out a life sentence alone on a distant planet. But when a new prisoner shows up, he is forced to confront his past and remember his life on Earth. This is a wild concept, and some of the visuals in the trailer are stunning, but I'm very excited to see how it becomes a thriller. Like, what exactly goes wrong? Does this new prisoner turn on him, or does it conjure up some memories of his crimes on Earth? It's a very cool concept, and there's only one way to find out if it delivers. Check it out on the 7th on VOD platforms. Here's our first huge surprise of something dropping on digital. It's the new Samara Weaving horror comedy, and it's called Borderline. This is going straight to VOD on the 7th. This one is directed by Jimmy Warden, who is the writer of Cocaine Bear, and now he makes his directorial debut in this chaotic horror. Here we follow a violent man who escapes from a mental facility and embarks on a rampage with his eyes set on Sophia, an A-list pop star. Yes, it's a stalker film. Sophia is played by Samara Weaving, who must now take cover with her athlete boyfriend and her bodyguard, but nothing will stop this stalker from his goal. The film is also set in the 90s in LA, and it looks to be a wild ride. I was hoping we would get this one in cinemas, but I'm still keen for a movie night in. Check this one out on digital rental sites from the 7th, and fun fact, the director is also Samara Weaving's husband. I didn't know how to say that nonchalantly, but very interesting. Okay, this is a completely different vibe. I did want to put some true crime in here because I think this one is really interesting. True crime fans can catch Netflix's Chaos, the Manson murders on the platform from the 7th. This new documentary will dive deep into alternative theories surrounding the Manson murders, revealing surprising connections. I love a true crime documentary, you guys know this, but I am very surprised that this one will be focused on conspiracy theories. Will it be interesting or damaging? Either way, it's bound to be controversial, so check it out from the 7th. But next, Netflix serves us something a little bit more on the rails, but hopefully it becomes unhinged. This is a French-German drama thriller, and it's called Delicious. It premieres on Netflix on the 7th as well. The film follows a German family who are vacationing in a French villa when they encounter a mysterious injured woman. So they take her in, but their motives are anything but pure. But they have no idea who they're dealing with. This seems to be a twisted vacation thriller mystery. It should be a lot of fun. Check it out from the 7th. New Hulu horror Control Freak hits the platform on the 13th. The movie is about a motivational speaker who contracts a mysterious infection, and as her symptoms begin to develop, she desperately attempts to halt the infection's control over her body and mind. The itching in this trailer, the sound effect of it, is super effective, and I love signature sounds in films. I really hope they use this throughout the feature because it's a very clever idea, and I don't think I've seen it done before. at least not with the itching. It's a great way to get under the audience's skin, and you can itch along on the 13th on Hulu or your region's equivalent. Comedy horror The Parenting has a wild cast, including Brian Cox, Parker Posey, Vivian Bang, and Lisa Kudrow. The movie is about a couple that rents a countryside house for a weekend away with their parents, but they soon discover it is inhabited by a spirit from a different time. The trailer still hasn't been released at the time of editing this, but keep an eye out because this Max original will hit the platform on the 13th. The 8-episode new series Happy Face premieres on Paramount Plus this March. This is a highly anticipated show because it's based on the true story of the Happy Face killer, but it's told from the perspective of his daughter, who at age 15 discovered that her father was a serial killer. And this poster alone is terrifying. It says, "Melissa, you can't hide forever." The show stars Annalee Ashford and Dennis Quaid. The terrifying drama crime thriller premieres on the 20th, with 2 episodes dropping at first, and then it will be a weekly release. I don't know much about this case, so I'm interested to find out more. Again, this one will be on Paramount Plus. Hood Witch is finally getting a limited cinema run in the United States, as well as a push to digital streaming on the same day. You can see by the date it's been a long time coming. The French mystery thriller follows a single mother who makes a living from smuggling exotic animals and illicit products. She risks it all in hopes to get her son out of the city and offer him a better future. We follow her when she decides to develop a mobile app that will link users with mystical Marabou healers. But one of the users' consultations takes a tragic turn, which exposes her to violent backlash. What a blurb. This one looks very unique, just the setting alone, and the stylization looks beautiful. It's got rich tones and contrast. Tune in if you dare. You can rent this one on the 21st of March on VOD platforms. Bloody Axe Wound. What a title. This is a new horror film that is dropping on Shudder and AMC Plus this month. In this film, we follow Abby Bladecut. I'm sorry, I cannot get over that name. How on the nose can you get? She is a teenager who was torn between the horrendous traditions of her family and her first crush, because her father has built a dark, violent legacy that will haunt her forever unless she finds a way out. I'm keeping this vague because the blurb reveals a lot, but I can tell you the backstory is very gruesome and it really pushes a line. Although, the interesting thing about this film is it's labeled to be a dark comedy horror. So, although the subject might be dark, it doesn't intend to take itself too seriously, hence her name being Abby Bladecut. Instead, we might find this to be the story of a girl who was born into the typical horror villain family and how she attempts to escape. The film stars Molly Brown and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Check it out from the 21st on Shudder and AMC Plus. The teaser trailer for indie horror film Invader is vibey as hell. Check this out. It is written and directed by Mickey Keating, known for Off-Season, Carnage Park, and Darling. Invader only runs for 70 minutes, and it is the story of a young woman who arrives to the suburbs of Chicago in search for her missing cousin. But her greatest fears don't even begin to scratch the surface. The teaser trailer is more than alluring. I'm dying to see what this one is about. Rented on VOD platforms from the 25th of March. In the last 6 months, we've had some bizarre instant drops to digital for horror and thriller, but this next pick I cannot believe we're going to get on digital before anywhere else, because the new Mimi Caves thriller is going to drop on Prime this month. You might know Mimi Caves from Fresh, which obviously was another very successful straight-to-digital release. So I'm hoping with the success of that thriller, Holland will do the same. The film has an amazing cast with Nicole Kidman, Gael Garcia Bernal, Matthew McFadden, and Rachel Sennett. The thriller follows Nancy's picture-perfect life in quaint Holland, Michigan, which begins to crumble when she uncovers a twisted secret. But the movie is set to premiere on the 9th at South by Southwest, and then it'll head straight to Prime on the 27th. The Rule of Jenny Penn hit Shudder this month after its short release in cinemas. This film will come out on the 7th on the big screen, depending on which country you're in. It's the 20th in Australia. But then it will hit Shudder and AMC Plus just weeks later on the 28th. I saw this one at a film festival last year. The movie stars Jeffrey Rush and John Lithgow, and it's a bizarre story that takes place in a retirement home where one of the guests is secretly terrorizing the others. But when a new resident arrives, he seeks out a way to stop the unwanted behavior. This film is so bizarre bar. I can promise you've never seen anything like it before. More on this one with my upcoming video. Sorry to put a teaser in there, but I watched this one last year and I'm really thrown by it, so I can't wait to discuss my thoughts spoiler free with you all. Make sure you're subscribed, but this one will hit Shudder and AMC Plus if that's available in your region on the 28th. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you are going to watch this month down below in the comments. I know we have some theatrical releases as well. This is just for digital streaming. But if I missed anything that you're really excited about, please let me know down below because I love checking out your recommendations. Make sure you're subscribed for more horror and thriller videos and disturbing videos because I have a lot of them in store for this year. If you missed it, I really put myself through the ringer recently for the Peter Pan horror movie. If you want to check out the video, I would love that. Please make it worth my time. Until next time, stay safe and stay spooky. Bye, friends.